Hey all, I hope you're well. I just thought for a change I'd do a little bit of a walk-in chat. I've just sort of left home in pretty dire weather actually, but the forecast is for it to brighten up. I'm on my sort of daily exercise, as I've said before. This is my camp is pretty much on my doorstep really, so I'm sort of really lucky in that respect, you know. My plan for today really is I'm going to walk in. I guess the first job is to see how much of it has survived, because we had 40-mile-an-hour gusts in Wales yesterday, and the same was forecast actually for early hours this morning too. They have eased off a little bit now, but you see I've got my hood up. It's not raining so much now, but there's still a lot of water on the leaves, which is keeping me nice and damp really. I also want to say that apologies if the sound quality changes mid-video. I'll try and do some tweaking in post to stop that from happening. It's just because I'm using the GoPro Hero 8 and I've got a media mod, but unfortunately putting on the media mod stops the unit from being waterproof. And it's got a pretty decent built-in mic anyway, so I'm just using that now with the just the standard GoPro Hero 8 with the I mean, if you know it, it's got like a sort of a standard side attachment to it, and if you put that on without the media mod, it makes it sort of completely waterproof, down to like 30 meters or something. Awesome bit of kit. Anyway, if the audio quality does change, if it's not great at the moment, I apologize, and if it does change mid-video and it gets better, it's because I'm in camp. I've decided the weather isn't that bad now, and I put the media mod back on. So stay tuned for a bit more and see what I've got planned for you today. You'll enjoy it. Hey guys, me again. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the last video, which was I did the review of the mini review of the Frontline, the DD Hammocks Frontline XL. Great hammock. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. So today I'm going to keep it simple. Bit of a schoolboy thing today, I think. On the face of it, my plan is, in short, we're going to you can see in the background, as I said on the walk-in, the weather was a bit poor, so I've thrown up the tarp quickly. My plan today, I'm going to knock up a fire. I brought in some Himalayan birch bark. It's paper bark. It's also called paper bark, Betula utilis. It's mainly an ornamental tree in this country. I think it's native, well, from the Himalayas. That sort of area, Asia generally. So when you see those Japanese forests, you see the lovely white trees. That's what you're seeing essentially. But anyway. So really basic ingredients today, guys, nothing too special. All I'm going to do is throw in a bit of lemon, a bit of nettle leaf, and incidentally, for anyone that isn't aware, a really easy way to strip a nettle without stinging yourself is to strip downwards, like so. Grab it, grab the nettle firmly and go down with the leaves, no stingies, and you're left with the stem. See, that works really well. You can of course pick them off one by one if you want to pick off the juicier leaves, but that's not nettle. You also want to just make sure you've actually got nettles, not stinging nettles. Not stinging nettles, you know, the other stingy things. Essentially make sure you've got the right stuff. And you can also check that you haven't got little animals, aphids and the like. We'll give this a little wash anyway. I'm just going to pick off really the better leaves, the juicy leaves, the younger ones. Probably leave the older stuff.
It's just worth adding as well, it's not wise to eat nettles after they've flowered, generally between June and October, sometimes a bit earlier, sometimes a bit later. They have a laxative effect at that point, and the plant contains cystolith crystals that can upset the urinary tract. If you cut them back, and the fresh growth that comes through afterwards, I mean that's fine to be eaten.
Probably going to aim for about half a tin. Incidentally, just another thing back on the picking of the leaves. If you're wondering why I can pick these by hand, you'll notice that I'm picking the leaves downwards. The needles, the hairs, the sharp hairs that pring you, they tend to point down. So when they stand there pointing upwards, like so. So by picking down, pretty much, not always, sometimes they'll have you, but more often than not, you're not getting stung, because all you're doing is pushing the needles flat against the stem. So that should do it. That should be just about all I need. I'm gonna give them a little wash just to make sure I hadn't missed any little crawlies. And I'll just pour this out and get rid of that. Throw some water in there. Just enough to cover them, really. I'll do as well. We'll drop them on the fire. Cheers. Nice. Hey guys, hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today. I've put the medium mod back on now and it's meant to cut out a lot of this wind. The wind is still swirling around the trees, so hopefully you can hear me a lot better. My intention today really was just to come in and just make something nice and simple. Keep it simple, you know, old school. I don't need to be bringing lots of materials into the wood with me. A lot of what I need is here already. Granted, I've brought a ferro rod and a knife to give me the spark that I need to start the fire, but then I've used sort of natural materials to make that fire happen. Tinders, so I've used Daldinia concentrica, cramp balls, King Alfred's cakes. I've used a bit of dry bracken that I had in my my dump pouch from last time. I also used a bit of Himalayan birchbark, Betula utilis, and some sort of impregnated grass that I had as well. I had the grass anyway, and I've just sort of impregnated it with a bit of petroleum jelly. And aside from that, I brought the lemon. The nettles I picked up on the path on the way in. I didn't record that. I sort of wish I had, but I didn't. Sorry about that. Stripped the nettles down. I kept the sort of, I mean, you can keep the cordage, you can keep the stems, and as I say, this is good cordage. Just needs to be battered and stripped and allowed to dry. Really, really good, really strong, especially if it's braided and twisted. I made a beautiful cuppa, as you saw, in my new cookser. And actually does really taste nice, really tasty. You should get out and try it. The ingredients are simple. Oh, I added some sugar. Lemon, nettle leaf, sugar. Fire, water. 5 simple things. It's all about keeping it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Keep the channel simple. It's what I enjoy. I hope you enjoy it too. So there we have it. Another installment at One Life Overland. I hope you've enjoyed it. It just remains for me to do the usual, I guess, and say diolch yn fawr I chi. Fe gwelwch chi y tro nesaf. Thank you very much. And I will no doubt see you next time. If you've got any comments about the way I do things, do leave them for me, do say something, because number one, it's nice to build up a community. Number two, it's nice to know that I'm doing a decent job. And number three, genuinely, it is just nice to get to know you guys. And on that note, I'm going to leave you to it. The wind is picking up again. I think it's about time I got out of here. And I can see it darkening over again, so I'm probably going to get caught in a shower on the way heading home. So I'm going to get packed up, get out of here, and I'll see you all next time.